I was really surprised when you started talking about some of the technical aspects of painting, how geeky you were, and how actually I think that you're more technically passionate than I would ever have expected.
I mean, art and science always went hand in hand, and art is derived from science as much as anything else. So understanding how light works, it's all about physics. So every time I don't know how to paint something, if it's a pigment problem, usually it's chemistry. Or if it's an illusion problem, it might be perspective and again science, or light and color, and it's always going back to the scientific books.
I was really surprised how much you didn't believe almost in innate talent.
I'm not saying that I don't believe in its existence. It's not that there is a best in that sense, but I hate the fact that someone is drawing you a line about how far one can get.
I always was under the impression that artists were extrovert, exuberant kind of people.
I think definitely there's an element of truth in that, because the most famous artists are or tend to be extroverted, especially the most modern ones. But I find, at least in my circle of friends and fellow painters, that most of them are introverted, and we go to a museum together or we get around a specific painting together and we just analyze it, and almost like scientists around the table and just discussing about it.
And you feel that that analytical component is essential for your work?
Yes, from a technical point of view, absolutely. So in art, we usually try to express oneself and goes to technical aspects to see how that can be achieved. But in science, how do you express yourself?
I think you can express yourself by the choice of science that you do. I think that also, once you've made the scientific kind of discoveries, one of the things that's really interesting is being creative about how you explain those aspects so that you can really have things that resonate with people. So I think that the creativity could come in some of those communications. Creativity to me is to take elements and combine them in perhaps an unusual way, and that can be different pieces of information. So a lot of scientific insights are by spotting a connection that perhaps wasn't spotted before. Just like you go to the museum with your geeky friends, it is a joy to sit in a lab and discuss results and share ideas.
Something that was always interested me, especially in the Renaissance time or even prior to that, artists weren't artists for just the art's sake. They were artists because they were observing the world around them and they were sketching and drawing to trying to understand that.
I guess what you're saying is that basically we all have a passion for trying to get a deeper understanding and extract from that some element of truth, whatever that may be.